What is up, everybody? It's your boy Ryan Guy.
It's your boy Easy. Hey.
And you are listening to Turtle Soup, the internet native, the world's only community-supported podcast dedicated to the ongoing journey of the TMNT all the way from the very beginning.
Yep.
Until I fight the wasp queen that's been releasing her brood of wasps that have taken over the back of my house in one-on-one single-hand combat, destroy her, and thus put an end to her brood.
Is it Maligna? Do you think Maligna is that who's
It could be
doing
Maligna. It could be.
You might be due for a final conflict.
I might be due for a final conflict. I've seen Skull and Bean. I've
nuts.
seen everybody.
Did they drop a load?
I've not been stung yet somehow.
That's surprising.
But you know, that's because I'm fleet of foot. You know what I mean?
Fleet of
Just
foot.
get away.
Oh, that's great.
We are live on YouTube, everybody, which I'm sure you're aware of. So subscribe, help us get to 500. Also, if you're already subscribed, then go and tell your friends. Tell all your friends, and get them to. That was the Stand TV reference. If you didn't know,
I didn't know
the TV series, The Stand.
Tell
all your friends. Anyway,
tell all your friends. Okay.
Let them know that we're live, because Turtle Soup Live is a real thing.
It is.
This episode, another thing that's a real thing, are our patrons, and we couldn't do it without these couple patrons right here. Two of my favorite patrons. They're all my favorites, but
they're
it's
watching
very
us
easy.
right now. They're totally watching us right now.
It's kind of like when you tell one of your kids, like, you're one of my two favorite kids,
Right.
and it's like, got him.
Oh.
And we've got Jake Niehaus and John Clemens in the chat.
Ooh.
A couple real ones, and patrons who help the episode. Every episode, not say Clang, but this one in particular. This one's for you fellas, and it's good to be back.
Yes.
So, speaking of being back, Eric, what are we back to cover today?
We are back to covering
bite.
We're back to covering what what is that? What was that glass?
This is the largest freaking cup I've ever owned in my life. It holds 2 Diet Cokes.
That's fantastic.
I got it from a Phillies game.
Yeah.
It is Orion Kirkering, their pitcher. Let me get it closer.
It's getting phased out.
Yep, there it is. Phillies. It is a tall ass cup. It holds so much soda. It's so obnoxiously large that when I drink it,
Yeah. Like
I look like I'm drinking out of like a mortar shell or something.
When you were putting it
Like
up
a
to your
tank
mouth,
shell.
I was like, when is that
And it
cup
just
gonna
didn't
end?
stop.
It didn't stop.
Yeah,
So-
no, it was like it was like Spaceballs, like where like the ship's flying over. It's like never ends. Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I brought it to work,
great.
and Father Preston was like, that cup's crazy, and I'm like, it is.
That's a tall cup.
And what's wild is at the Phillies, the coolest thing is, like, they have those drinks poured and like ready to go. Like when you go up to get food,
Yeah.
like they have like literally, because it's all Coke products, so they have like Coke Zero, Diet Coke, Coke, Sprite, like in these almost like at Starbucks. You know how they do their like to go orders, where there's like little lines of like A through D. They kind of put the drinks in the. They're lined up like that. You just grab one, and there's a dude back there just pouring them, constantly pouring them. And I'm like,
Dang.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I grabbed my cup, and I like it because it holds a lot of drink. And
you can't ask for much more.
I go back and forth between like my Yeti era, where I want my Yeti cup, and then all of a sudden I want a plastic cup from like a game. I'm in my plastic cup from a game era right now.
Okay, I dig that. I can get on board.
But sorry to so what era are we in right now, Eric? And what are we covering today?
So we are still in the 90s. We're playing a little bit of catch up. Catch up, like, if for those of you who like breakfast with their catch up, and if you like breakfast, then you're gonna love this episode because we're talking about cereal, y'all. Last episode we talked about the comics that came in the cereal boxes, which had the first appearance of Man Ray, and there was somebody else that was the first appearance. Was it Wingnut and Screw Loose? That's who it was. And yeah. So first comic canonical, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. It was a first appearance.
Yeah.
Anyway, today we're talking about just strictly the cereal boxes. and all the
Yes.
the glitz and glamour that adorned them. So yeah, if that's your thing, let us know. And just I don't know, we were not there yet, but I was gonna say, if I forget anything, definitely let us know, because if there's any that we've forgotten, I want to know about them, because I scoured the internet. And,
we're trying to do it
hours on end, and
yeah,
I think I got the majority of them, and so that's what we're doing today. But speaking of days, how have you been? Because it's been days since we've done this.
It's been a long time. I overworked myself in the yard and looked like Mr. Crab. And I felt awful one week, and then your baby back went out another week.
True. Yep.
But it's been good. This has been the year of fuck summer. The hashtag, because I don't know what it was this summer. Normally when it gets really hot, when the July, August, like it hits, like you can even play games in June out here. But when it gets to that like armpit, like Florida, just like the reason that we all hate Florida, everyone who lives here.
Yeah.
I usually get kind of angry at it. I hate it. I hate when it sucks and whatever. This year, because I'm a lot healthier, I decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the most asinine thing possible. I'm going to completely rip up my backyard. Like I'm going to
do that?
Work out there. I'm going to bust my ass, get sweaty as hell. I don't give a shit. Like I'm out there, and literally I'll just be working and be really hot, and I'll just randomly be like, you ain't shit. Like just summer. Like just
summer.
Out loud.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I do something really hard and I get it done and I'm like, you ain't shit. I'm sure my neighbors are like, okay, buddy.
Eat shit and die.
That's what led me to the wasps, man.
Yeah.
The wasps are wild out here, boys. I don't even know why, but man, so I think I have a part of a reason why.
Okay.
So I live in front of the woods, and the vines come out of the woods. They crawl along the ground line, like underneath the grass, and they come out in your house, and they're awful. They cover your shit. It's terrible. So I've been ripping all that stuff away, and wasps love those vines to grow in there. They love it.
They do.
Dude, I'm talking about like 15 wasp nests I've killed so far.
Oh, geez.
It's not even like, oh, I had a couple and hoo. It's
You're
like everywhere
digits.
you turn, there's another one.
Yeah.
I've gone through 4 cans of wasp spray.
Jeez.
I've gotten to the point where if it's not bigger than about this big around,
I
don't even use spray anymore. I just get a broom and rake, and I just destroy it, and I stomp them out.
Yeah.
Like, they fly around me, and I'm like, what you going to do? Sting me?
Yeah.
I have a fly swatter on my back porch.
Yeah.
That I literally have at hand, where they'll be flying around like, ooh, can I get some shit to make a nest out of? Ooh, let me land on the grill. Pop. I'm just popping them. Like, dude, it's insane.
Yeah.
And as I go around the house, the older, more legacy nests are the ones I'm finding now. These are some real boys.
Okay, been around for
I'm
a lot.
killing the nests now that the evacuees of those nests are making on my porch, but they're teeny boys. You could tell there's like 5 or 6 those little cells, and there's like 3 or 4 of them hanging out. I'm like, swatter, hit the ground, stomp you dead.
Yeah.
Like it is an absolute wasp holocaust over here.
Oh my!
It is real damn bad. I got ovens and everything. It's that's terrible.
Don't touch the train.
No, it's oh god.
Are you allergic to stings at all?
Not more than anybody else.
Okay, because Shannon
they flare up, but I don't have like an anaphylactic reaction or anything.
Her she got stung one time and her hand kind of swelled up a little bit. Then she got stung a second time and it got even bigger. And then I'm like, we can't do it again. We can't do a third time. So you gotta steer clear of that. But it was comical. It was like Dave Grohl in the Everlong video. Like that's what
it's like huge ass hand,
huge hand, just
it's so funny. Let's see. So wasp sting stories. So one got my dad one time, really bad, right between where your ear meets your head. It's like that like, and all those nerves, it got him. And I remember I was at the house. I would think I was a teenager, and I heard him curse more than I've ever heard in my life. And it's his whole ear kind of ballooned up from it. I got stung on the geographic center of my nose once.
Yeah.
At my parents' house, walking out the screen door.
Yeah.
One, I saw just a black like blur, and he came down and got me.
Just bam.
I'm not joking when I say the dead center of my nose. You could not like have like sketched it out better.
That's wild.
And it activated my entire face. Snot, tears, coughing, like the whole 9 yards. Completely screwed me up. It was like getting hit with mace.
Jeez.
But it didn't swell. Like I'm pretty good with it.
Good.
And then my last wasp story was where okay, so you know how wasps sting you primarily by impact force, right? Like they run into you primarily. That's how they kind of get you, right? So if you ever notice, like they have to get really close and they kind of zoom in.
Yeah.
And you can watch videos of it like online, they literally like run at you, drop that stinger, and like land on your shit. And that's how they do it. Then they try to pull off and get away. That's their whole thing, right?
Right.
We had a huge wasp nest back at the old house where we used to record, where the podcast started. There was a huge one up there. Now, this is after we had moved out, but I was helping my parents get the house ready to sell. So like people hadn't been there in a while, and they grew right above the door. And I'm sitting here, I had nothing on me. I had to get in that house. I was like, I gotta get in that house. I may have told the story in the podcast but it was like ultra long time ago.
Yeah.
Got my key ready. I ran in, and dude, you have no idea. I think I flipped like heads on a coin like 80 times in a row with the odds on this.
Oh yeah.
I get my key in the lock, open it up, push the door open, and I feel tip, 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 tip on the back of my neck. Four of them. Four. I can clearly feel it. Four impacts. Four of them came. None of them got me.
Oh.
None of them landed the sting for whatever reason. Like they were all off or something. But they ran into me, and I turned around, and I see the 4 or 5 of them like swarming around, and I shut the door. Jeez. And I always thought, I was like, dude, 1 missing out of 4, yeah, maybe 2, but all 4 missing.
Right. Yeah. No.
It was so weird because you never feel the impact of their little body hit you. You feel the sting, which takes away that feeling. I got to feel the feeling of the 4 of them hitting me.
Yeah,
but nothing happened.
Did it feel any different, or just?
Well, it felt like 4 spitballs hit you in the back of the neck.
Oh,
and then it's weird because they have weight, like because they hit you with force.
Right.
So
force, yeah.
It's not like a flick. It doesn't hurt like that, but it is like 4 spitballs hit you, and then you're like, what? And I was like checking myself. I was like, oh man, is it delayed reaction? And it was like, no, they all 4 of them missed. They
wild.
hit me, but did not get the sting in. And then the best story is that one that got you. Remember that? He got you because he was crippled. Yeah, remember that? He crawled on your foot.
Yeah,
I watched
crawled over, and he just got me.
I watched him crawl on your foot, and I thought,
yeah.
Well, that was the whole betrayal. Was I watched him crawl on your foot? You didn't know he was on there, and I thought, I was like, I don't want to like do anything because he was crawling across the floor. I was like, he's probably gonna get up on the foot and then just crawl over the foot and like keep going wherever the hell he's going. And if I tell Eric, he might like jump and like make him sting him.
Right.
And then he's like right in the middle of your foot, and all of a sudden he fucking stings you. And I'm like, oh, and you were like, what that? And I remember I had to tell you, I was like, oh no, yeah, man, I saw him walk up your foot, but I thought, and you're like, you saw him? You're like, you saw him walk up my foot? You just let him sting me? I'm like, well, dude, I didn't know what to do. I thought like,
you tell somebody, you tell me.
I was worried. What I was really worried you'd do was, and I thought all this out in real time. I was worried that you would take your other foot. Okay, so crawl on your left foot. You take your other foot and try to smash him. Yeah, with your other foot, and you have these flip flops on, and I had a feeling like you're not gonna get him.
Yeah, just
but you are gonna make him sting you.
Yeah.
But he got you around the foot, and that was a good one.
That was a good one, and that was my first time, I think, too. From a bee or a wasp, whatever it was, and
it was a wasp.
Do you remember horseflies being a pain in the ass? Like, didn't they sting too?
I never.
They just really annoying?
They were big, but I never. I heard they sting you, but I don't know. I never got hit by one. I never.
We have a lake here in our town that we would all go like a swimming hole kind of thing, and there would always be just like giant ass flies, and I was told they were horse flies, and then I remember them. I either remember being stung or being like just severely annoyed. Jake in the chat says that that's why I should have hit him with my third foot, and that perfect sense right there. Like that's what I should have done. But
just slid down.
And he also says, horseflies bite the ever-loving crap out of you. Okay, so that it was biting.
Yeah, I've never had that happen.
Yeah.
But man, I got some pure yellow jackets back here, bro.
That's
like,
nuts.
They're like no joke. Like, I just think that they've probably been living so long in those vines, like generations of them.
Yeah.
This is I'm not a wasp scientist. This is my completely like unscientific opinion. I think they're not that aggressive. I think that they've not been messed with in so long, like generations.
Yeah, so they're like, it'll never happen.
They get disturbed. Yeah, it's almost like nuclear war. Everyone's like, no, it'll never happen. Yeah. Like they get messed up, and they're like, what? And they'll fly close to you. And a handful of them could have got me. Like they flew so close to me so fast, I didn't have time. And they just kind of like fly by, and I'm like, okay. I feel bad, but like we can't coexist.
Yeah. Survival of the fittest, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I know what you mean.
That's kind of what I've been up to, man. Working in the yard, yelling "You ain't shit" to the summer.
There you go.
Playing some NCAA college football 25.
Oh yeah, I heard that was a thing.
Nice. Yeah, the 2K.
That 2K.
Kind of fun. That 2K.
That's cool. Well, speaking of games, I beat Red Dead 2 and
oh shit.
Had an emotional experience as I usually do. The
ending of RDO2 is definitely emotional.
Yeah, it's the whole thing with the first ending of the main story was kind of like gut-wrenching, and then the second ending where you start to see like the beginnings of the next game is like
you start to see like Marston doing his thing and shit.
Yeah,
like, oh shit.
Yeah, I geeked out like entirely on that because once I finished the epilogue, I was like, oh, and then it lets you it's open world at that point. I went down south and I went around that bend to get to Armadillo, and I'm like, oh, this is that bend because I spent so much time in that game back in the day.
And in RDR1,
yeah, and it just hit me like all the feels of like doing that every time, and it's just well worth your time if you haven't.
Yeah, it's great.
And it's like I want to go back, but I'm also taking a break. So I started Spider-Man, the Miles Morales.
Oh, cool.
One, and I keep doing this thing where it comes up like the camera mode or whatever, and I keep like it's like an audio file of you playing in my head where you were getting really irritated with people that were Peter Parker's photographer.
Oh, that's right.
You kept like it was irritating the shit out of you, and you kept being.
Well, it was all social media was for like I swear to God, like 4 months was just like, oh, these photos of Spider-Man, and like it wasn't any one person, it was just like everybody, and I'm like, okay, cool, like
but I have an audio clip in my head that's just you talking about Peter Parker's personal photographer, and it's alliteration, and I'm like, that's great, but Ryan, just the vitriol in your voice in my head, it's giving me all kinds of like just good feelings as I'm swinging around New York. So I'm doing that. Then let's see. I'm gonna skip ahead and just talk about this thing that happened to my wife real quick. So my wife taps me, Shannon, my wife, I should specify, taps me on the shoulder, and she's like, "Hey, check this out. I got some new followers." And she circled 2 of them. And one was the Juliana Theory, the band,
which is sick.
Yeah. That was really cool. And then down below that, a couple more. It was another circle, and it said, "Dicks you can feel." Dicks you can feel. Dicks.
It's like a petting zoo.
I was crying because like just the possibilities. Like somebody created an account that's like, oh, I'm gonna create an account. I'm gonna call it Dicks You Can Feel. So I just lost it because I'm just thinking about all the possibilities. Like, is this real? Like, I didn't click on anything, but I'm just
real.
I'm just like, oh, okay. And then
there's something about that combination of words that's like kind of magical.
It's almost as good as Clownalingus. Like it's up there.
It's
with
almost
like
as good as Clownalingus.
That kind of belly laugh,
way up there.
Yeah. And then yeah, that just oh my gosh.
Well, it also all being like one word.
Yeah,
like that's really good.
Yeah, it was so
also
good.
one thing that made me laugh about it was the idea that like, I have a really weird email address, and it like a personal email address, and it came from a dream I had.
Yeah.
And in the dream, of course, this is like a dream I had in like 2005 or 6, whenever I started my Gmail account. And it was this band's name in this dream I had. And so I made it my email address. And it's kind of it's not a real word. It's like a combination of like 2 words. It's like really weird. So I always feel really self-conscious when people are like, "Oh, what's your email address?" I have to spell it.
Yeah.
And it's just weird. It's just kind of a weird email address. Can you imagine someone like, "Oh yeah, you're on Insta. Oh yeah, what's your handle?"
Mm-hmm.
And you guys say, Dicks you can feel.
DICKS.
Yes, you just spell
can feel.
Can feel. You can feel.
Every once in a while in court, they have to people get asked their email and stuff like that, and anxiety kicks in for me if like, oh, I hope it's nothing like crazy. But yeah, that just was that was blessing my heart pretty good. And so yeah, but you know what else blessed my heart, Ryan?
What at?
Breakfast, just in general, brekkie, whatever you want to call it.
Get your upgraded Chex Mix.
And before we wait, sorry, I'm checking in with chat real quick. We're gonna back it up. Our good buddy Robbie showed up and said, "Hey guys, finally catching up. A few episodes behind, but finally caught you guys live again. I met Roger Clark, the voice actor for Arthur, a few years back due to super nice RD2. That's hard to say. RDR2 for the win, dude. Yeah. I don't know what I would do if I heard his. Does he talk like Arthur? Because if he comes up to me and I'm like, "Hey, can I get your can I get a photo or whatever?" and he just goes, "Sure." Like I would just be 6 to midnight. Like
yeah, that'd be too much.
Walking erect since
that'd be way too much.
Because like that just impacted me. That dude's. That's the thing with these games nowadays. They get these voice actors and they just speak to your soul, and I'm like, oh man, like that's the kind of man I want to be. Even though he's just a digital, creation, but he's also just the voice. I don't know, just the whole thing is just like inspiring. So no, that's amazing. Yeah. Oh, and Jake said that he fell off playing the game. Jake, no, get back in it, Jake. Get back in it, Jake. If you fall off the game, Jake, you need to get back in the game, Jake, and play the game. And
it takes a while because it starts super slow. It's like a lot more story than it is like action.
Yeah.
But it's worth it when you get in.
It's got everything. It's got the comedy. It's got the heart tugging moments. It's got the whole gamut, and it's just beautiful.
It's a big game.
Yeah. So, but I just saw that as we were transitioning into the next segment. I'm like, oh no, we got to talk about that for a second because goodness, that's legit. All right. So yeah. Let's see here. Robbie,
you ready to get into this?
Real quick, Robbie says, yeah, he does. He signed my hardback game guide as "You're All Right, Boy." Slips in and out of character as you talk to him. That's nuts.
That's insane.
That's
awesome.
That's so good. I'm so happy that you have that experience. I like that. I have it through Robbie now. Like secondhand. Like that just makes me.
Oh yeah.
Just
no. You just like it becomes part of the part of the tapestry. You know what I'm saying? That's.
Oh yeah.
That's those opportunities.
It's opportunities.
Before we get into it, also I see Jake's in chat. I saw a reel today, Jake. I visited Jake and his lovely wife Sierra in St. Louis when I was there for the book tour, and I wanted to let you know, Jake. I saw an Instagram reel that basically had a guy saying the 3 worst regional pizzas, and St. Louis pizza was in it.
What?
And I was ready to fight.
We need the clarifier on this one.
We do. So I just want to let you know that like I was on the back porch in what I call my old man 50s morning get up, which is just which is just an undershirt, boxer briefs, and knee-high socks.
Okay.
Smoking on my back porch. Just that's the early morning. It's dark. No one can see me.
Yeah.
And I was out there just like her. Like I should have had a newspaper, but now I have today's newspaper, which is Instagram Reels, and I'm just going over them. And that dude said that, and I audibly was like, "Get out of here!" Because like the other pizzas he showed were like totally gross. Like
yeah.
There was like pizza with like American cheese on it and shit. I was like, "What the fuck? It's nasty."
I don't know.
Anyway,
I'd mess with that, but yeah,
you wouldn't mess with what I saw.
Oh, okay. I'll take your word for it. Jake says, I swear some people just aren't in it. Jimmy Kimmel hates it too.
Wow.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. See, I didn't realize that St. Louis, not to think that they didn't have pizza at all, but I never really hear about it. You always hear about Chicago and New York.
It's made with a crust that doesn't have yeast, so it doesn't rise. So it's like a thin crust. It's very like crackery kind of thin crust.
Okay.
And it uses this cheese called Provel, which is like a certain mixture of like cheeses. Okay. And it's I don't know, it's very good. I don't know, it's fine. It was delicious. I mean, like it was very different. I like thin pizza though.
Yeah.
So I ate the living hell out of that pizza.
Yeah.
But it was so strange to see it on that list, and I was like, come on, man. The other pizzas he had were awful.
Yeah.
Ask me about pizza Americano my brother found in Italy. Okay, we'll have to do that. John, that sounds interesting. Okay, so
all right,
time for the content.
Things that you can eat for breakfast, like pizza, is also cereal.
Man. Also
That's
cereal.
A huge part of the balanced breakfast that we all enjoyed. That I've heard that most people. Do your kids eat cereal now, Ryan?
They, like me, I feel like I'm a proud papa here. Eat cereal dry at any time.
Okay.
It can be a lunch if they want it, like on a weekend. It can be a snack. That's how I've treated cereal. When I was little, I used to sit down with the bowl and the milk and then make it a morning thing.
Right.
I very quickly learned that dry cereal is like your best friend for like any kind of like I'm hungry situation.
That's fair.
That's how I still enjoy cereal. I think that a solo cup about 3/4 full with Fruity Pebbles is like the best delicacy you could give me. Like if I was like at like the Queen's Castle and they were rolling out desserts and I got that, like a blue solo cup with that, I'd be like, oh yes.
Follow-up
Taste
question.
in class.
Taste in glass. Follow-up question. Do you I have three options for this. Do you use silverware? Do you use or do you go cup to mouth, or do you dip in? You don't dip in?
Cup to mouth. There's no reason to get silverware involved or your fingers involved.
Okay. Interesting. I just wanted to know.
Cup to mouth, like I swear, like a part of my like 1950s dad outside rig where I'm just wearing my underwear effectively. Needs to be like a #1 dad mug, but with Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles. Yeah.
Although, the thing is, since the Beaties, I do have to chill on that. Like I found that I can have some cereal as a snack.
Yeah.
But I can't. I used to hit that. Well, I also used to weigh 100 more pounds. I used to hit that like that was like a daily.
Right.
Like it was like my big ass cup of cereal. Right. Oh yeah, at night when I'm not doing anything but just like slamming Cokes and eating that, and then I'm like,
I don't know why I'm surprised by this.
Time to go to sleep. Blah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do love some cereal. What
about I have another follow-up question. Is it all strictly milk to as the accompaniment?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So here's the deal. I'm not a big fan of milk.
Okay.
For me, cereal with milk could be good, but it has to be cold ass milk.
Yeah.
And that cereal had been just been poured on that cereal, and I'm gonna wolf it up. If that milk gets anywhere near room temperature, I'm out. If the cereal becomes too soggy, I'm out.
Okay.
I heard somewhere somebody on a podcast maybe was talking about pre-soaking their cereal, and it made me sick.
What?
That they would literally they would get Fruit Loops, whatever cereal. I think it was it was the Frosted Flakes. they would Frosted Flakes, milk when they were a kid, then go and like get dressed, use the bathroom, do whatever, and come back to it.
No.
When it was mush, it was pre-soaked. I'm like, that is nasty.
No.
One thing I did hear, I want to say about a cereal experience, and I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but I remember it being joked about in my Southern family, but like kind of not joking. Like this is what used to happen. You ever heard of eating cereal with a fork?
I mean, no. But people do that?
The lore goes that back in Southern families, my family in particular, when money was tight, that when you had multiple kids, you would get a big bowl of milk and cereal, have them eat the cereal with a fork so the milk would drain through, and then pour more cereal and use the same bowl of milk for like 3 or 4 kids.
Oh, okay.
Like
that's
to the point where like once again, in a lot of my more Southern rooted family, eating breakfast with a fork or cereal with a fork is like kind of a phrase for like you're poor, basically, like you're broke.
Oh, okay.
Because of that. And I'm like,
never heard that.
So I don't know if reach out if you ever did that. We were never that skint, but like I am curious if you ever thought about that, because I would 100% do that with my kids if I was in that situation. I'd have been like, time to go with a fork, kids.
Well,
like, save that for your brother. Save that milk for your brother. No slurping.
So the chat, Robbie says, didn't Kevin Smith say you never go cup to mouth? Yeah, I think that was also
yeah. Well,
and then
I'm a freak.
Clemens says, I like almond or coconut milk these days. Gut full of dairy doesn't do it anymore. And that's fair. That's fair. I would try. I haven't tried it yet, but yeah, that's something I would do. Now, I'm a little nervous, Jake, because I think
Jake lets it pre-soak.
That's what I think he's saying, and we need some clarification. Jake, is that what you're saying? You're saying that you pre-soak the Rice Krispies, because that's, I don't know, that's
the
wild.
Phrase I let it sog sounds like we're pre-soaking.
That's pre-soaking
to me.
That's pre-soaking. What?
That's pre-soaking. He says that's why I was disappointed with oatmeal. I thought it was just soggy Rice Krispies. Yeah, no,
that's excellent. That's so good. Oh my goodness.
Good.
I mean, if Jake does it, I'm gonna have to try it now. You realize that,
he
right?
says, "Yep, I pre-soak them Rice Krispies." That is that is an all caps. Yep.
Yeah,
and then a bunch of laughing. Ha ha! I'm evil as shit. I guarantee you, he's doing the Baxter laugh right now on that shit because he knows we think it's gross, and he's like, "That's my entire life."
You know. But you know, when one of your friends does something, you're like, okay, maybe I will try.
It's
up there now. So Jake, it's up there now.
They vouch for it merely by being associated with it.
Right.
You're like, okay,
yeah, okay,
okay.
So,
like, I thought blueberry coffee was nasty.
Right.
I saw my boy got that blueberry coffee at Dunkin', and I thought, well, I mean, enemy of my enemy, you know what I'm saying? Right. And I had it, and it wasn't great, but I would threw it right out the window if it wasn't for you.
Right, exactly. I mean, sometimes it's really good, and then sometimes it's not good at all. So it's very hit or miss. But But yeah, Jake says, come on back to St. Louis and stay the night, and I'll feed you soggy Krispies in the morning. I will have to do that when we get Couchabunga going again.
Oh man. Well, yeah. I can personally vouch that Jake and Sierra are excellent hosts, and awesome. I feel like I did a shadow of St. Louis. I did like for example, I did not let St. Louis sog. I did not let it soak. You know what I mean? Like it was just crunchy for me. You know what I mean? I did let St. Louis soak up in me a little bit.
No time for soaks.
Yeah, it was such a blur. It was like Cardinals game. Wow. The Arch. You can go inside the Arch. Then it was like, I'm at this bookstore. Holy shit, there's a lot of people. Boom. Yeah. It's kind of like Dr. Manhattan, where he like tells like the different stories of different parts of his like life and where he was.
Oh yeah.
You know, that part where it's like, I'm inside the Arch in St. Louis.
Right.
I'm at a bookstore, you know, here and there. And
I'm on the moon. Yeah.
I'm eating like, you know, St. Louis style pizza with Jake and Sierra. I'm asleep in my bed.
Right.
At the Marriott. It just felt like it was like a blur. So yeah, I'd be interested in going back.
Yeah. Well, speaking of going back, going
back
through this is like nostalgia crazy
It
because I
was
vividly
everywhere.
remember this stuff. I still have my cereal bowl of Michelangelo right here.
Let's go.
Yeah. So that's official Mirage Studios Surge licensing.
Mirage
Does it
Surge
say Surge
licensing product. It
says
should.
Mirage exclusively. Oh God, it's so hard to read. I don't see Surge on here, but it definitely says Mirage. Yeah, no, I see it. Yep,
Purina on it.
It says
Surge.
Let me. This is great podcasting, but let me get the.
Yeah.
Hey, deep dive in natties. You know what we got?
No, you get on that.
Surge. It's on there. Yeah. Surge licensing.
Nice.
1990. Made in China. Yeah.
That's an early one.
Yeah. So
1990.
According to some information on the internet, the original run of this cereal was from 1989 to 1995 ish, somewhere in there. And then,
and what you're, can I run some of this intro? I've been waiting to do this for a really long time.
Absolutely. No, I was about to throw it to you. Just so hit it. I've got an image. Let me see where we.
Well, don't show the image with the text of the thing I'm gonna say though.
Okay, let me. Okay, you can go ahead and start, and I'll find the image of just the guy where I got it from, because I got this information from MrBreakfast.com. And
I've pulled my
MrBreakfast.com.
I've pulled my information from several sources.
Okay, so
Wikipedia, cereal websites. It's a whole thing. So yes, this cereal was introduced in 1989, discontinued in 1995. It was manufactured by Ralston Purina. That's Mr. Breakfast.
That's Mr. Breakfast right there.
Oh, how do you do?
Salute.
There you go. It was like Mr. Clean. Just Mr. Clean, because Mr. Clean's built. I mean, if you wore that, it'd basically be what it is.
Put a cape on him. You got him.
Now, Purina, you may recognize from the Purina Foods name. Same people that made Cat Chow and Doggy Chow. Yeah. Also made cereals. Now, this goes back to 1900. This is insane. This story is wild.
Yeah.
There was a man named Webster Edgerly, which you will soon find why the last name Edgerly is a great name for this dude, because he was effectively a late 19th, early 20th century edgelord. Okay. Oh. He was the founder of a social movement called Ralstonism, created by him. He wrote self-help books that talked about all kind of things: dieting, how to have sex, magnetism, personal magnetism, all this crap. And Ralstonism had a system where you were recognized in the hierarchy on levels from 0 to 100. Now, how do you advance in Ralstonism, you might say? How do I get from level 0 up to 100? Why?
Up to 100.
You need to buy Webster Edgerly's books, each of which taught 5 degrees of Ralstonism.
Okay.
So if you think about it, that's a shit ton of books. So you buy one book and you're a level 5. And you just keep buying books.
Yeah.
And that's how it all came down. Now,
this is wild.
Edgerly was born in 1852. And this is just, this guy was born into a wild time.
Mm-hmm.
A wild time where a brand of pseudoscience named eugenics was all the rage.
Yeah.
And for people that don't know what eugenics totally is, eugenics was an early form of pseudoscience that had to do with genetics and inheritance. A lot to do with the breeding of certain people and races. Eugenics went down a lot of really bad rabbit holes because at the core, eugenics was scientists trying to tackle what we started to understand about gene lines in humans, like inherited traits, stuff like that, stuff that is like still good science now. However, they felt like understanding genetics, this goes all the way back to Mandel, and breeding different types of food stock, like vegetables and stuff, realizing that things weren't just spontaneously generated by God,
right?
That we could actually mix a breed of corn with a breed of cabbage and get this weird corn. Like we had known this for a long time, but all of a sudden people were like, wait, this is genetics. So people thought, well, if we understand how to use this, then we could basically breed out all of the problems with the human race, inherited conditions, cancers, inherited blindness, stuff like that, and basically make the human race a perfect genetic race.
Kind of like Mr. Breakfast. Like
Mr. Breakfast looks like he comes from a long line of selected traits. I don't know.
Absolutely.
That eye's looking a little leery. I don't know maybe where some of those came from.
I think I'm going to say that the baldness is a choice for aerodynamics.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah. Once again, breeding out baldness. It was as minor as, and we see this. And what's funny is with eugenics is that, like, they weren't totally wrong in the basis of the science. Like, for example, still, okay, when you are going through IVF, okay, and you're trying to get pregnant in an artificial scientific means, oftentimes semen donors are ranked by their intelligence, their IQ level, the jobs they have, stuff like that. Also by race, I guess, because you want to choose the race, which is kind of whatever to me. But, and it kind of shows, right? When athletes have children, those children are good athletes. You kind of see this all the time. It's not saying that you can't have a good athlete if you're not the son or daughter of two huge athletes, but there's a reason that in sports, like, turns out football players' kids, they wind up kind of being football players and stuff like that. Baseball players, all this different stuff. So it's not that these things can't be inherited inherently, however.
Okay.
It got real bad because guess what also existed? Absolute racism. And I'm talking on a scale that was wild. You had people measuring people's skulls to figure out if they were criminals or to figure out if they were potential rapists before they ever did anything. It was a little bit like
Minority Report,
but I can measure your skull and tell. Now, where do you think these people got this data?
From
where do you find criminals?
Oh, Florida?
No. I mean,
they're
all gathered up in one big place, right? Where do you find criminals?
Oh, prisons.
Prisons.
Ah.
Who was in prison? Minorities. People that didn't have the privilege to not be in jail for walking across the street wrong or going to the wrong park. Yeah. So when these scientists went and measured skulls, what they actually did was get the skull ratios of genetic lines of people who were just disadvantaged.
Yeah.
So it backed up their own pseudoscience when literally you were suspected of a crime and some guy comes in with these calipers, measures your skull, and says, matches my measurements for a criminal. You're like, yeah.
Okay.
Like, I guess if you paint them all with the same brush, right? Anyway,
right, exactly.
That's eugenics. It was awful.
Yeah.
And it carried this thing of, there was also a little undertone of, why don't we just not mix races? Because that is going to mess up the gene pool, right? Once again, they didn't understand genetics. They were heading that way. It got used for a lot of bad things. Mr. William Edgerly, or Webster Edgerly, was an absolute product of these times. Ralstonism was all about creating a race of Caucasians that would evolve from just being white into being basically Ubermensch, the transhuman, the perfect human. Okay. So not only did this guy advocate for, hey, eat your wheats and watermelons are one of his things was watermelons are poisonous to Caucasians.
Oh,
so you shouldn't eat watermelon because it's right because right I'd be dead.
Yep.
All this stuff like that. In 1900, he is at the height of this Ralstonism shit. I mean, he's got people hook, line, and sinker. While he's advocating for the castration of all non-Caucasian male children to prevent them from breeding. This is the guy you're dealing with. This is the guy that helped bring you your cereal.
It's not Mr. Breakfast. This isn't. We're talking about
this is Albert Webster Edgerly, who died in 1926 like the dog he is.
Good.
But until then, in 1900 to 1902, depending on who says it, he teamed up with Purina and was like, yo. And they were like, man, you got a lot of people who want your food. And he's like, I do. And they're like, how about we join forces to make human food, and we'll call that Ralston Purina. And he was like, sounds good. So through the early 1900s, they sold his Ralston brand food under Ralston Purina. Now, Purina had access to grains and stuff they were using to make animal food. I didn't know this, but Purina didn't just make cat chow and dog chow.
Oh.
They made pig chow, horse chow,
the whole
goat chow. They literally had a dashed chow food for every damned animal, chicken chow, any animal you could find on the farm, which I think is amazing. Like, I almost want to collect like bags of like
of
pig
that.
chow. Like, but it has that little Purina little white and red check logo.
Yeah.
Which they had since Ralston Purina, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, Ralston dies in 1925, or sorry, 26. But his legacy lives on because that gets Purina into making foods that Edgerly promoted, which was wheats and grains, and basically invented Chex Mix. Chex Mix, which is what is in this cereal. They're called Ninja Nets. But make no mistake.
Right. Well,
they are Chex Mix.
While we're talking about that real quick.
Yeah.
If you want to replicate this, the turtle cereal, it's just, according to the internet, it's just Chex Mix and cereal marshmallows, like just generic marshmallows. And that's it. So,
So, long story short, sometime later in the late 90s, early 2000s, the Ralston brand name got sold to General Mills, who then disbanded it. And then XYZ Purina went about its business. But Ralston Purina also made Cookie Crisp. And General Mills got Cookie Crisp from Ralston Purina. Now Purina mainly sticks to the animal food.
Right.
And Ralston is no longer known because, eugenics food. But that is the origin of your Chex Mix. That is the origin of your TMNT cereal, Ralston Purina, the food of eugenists and bigots. It's so funny. I remember hearing something about Ralstonism a long time ago, back when, remember in like the early 2000s, there was all these like movies and books about like the fat farms they had around the turn of the century. And there's a movie with John Goodman in it where he plays Dr. Kellogg, I think. Remember Kellogg cereal came from Dr. Kellogg, who had those fat farms. Did you ever hear about any of this?
No.
Breakfast cereals all effectively came from these revolutionary, hey, stop being fat, eat this stuff in a box. It all came from that. Ralston's no different than Kellogg, except that I don't think Kellogg was a eugenist. But that's where breakfast cereals kind of came from in general, was this healthy eating craze that started around the turn of the century. Anyway, I remember hearing about Ralstonism and this guy telling you how to eat and shit back then. So it was really weird when I was doing research for this and I saw like Ralston Purina. I was like, that is weird. I've never heard Ralston. That then I see this, I'm like, oh shit,
yeah,
it's Ralstonism. Really really interesting background to Ralston Purina. And Chex Mix in general.
And this is typical of Turtle Soup for you. If you think that some other turtle podcast or YouTube channel is going to talk about this, I guarantee you they're probably not going to go into this details. That's what you come to the Deep Dive and Daddies for, because we get deep into that bowl, into this bowl, if you know what I'm saying.
Heavier eugenic cereal right there.
Right there. So thank you for all that. And I'm going to... I don't know. I think that's fascinating. I love that. Like,
I think it's really fascinating. I mean, it just goes to show, right? Like, no matter what the origins, the dark origins of something, like, it's still good. Breakfast cereal is awesome. You know what I mean? Right. Like, and we look at, I'm sure, being a man of his time, Dr. Kellogg was probably also not the most, he probably wasn't, saluting you like Mr. Breakfast over there. Breakfast. He probably had his own weird beliefs, but didn't everybody?
He was probably okay. Instead of great.
But
nothing.
Wow.
Okay.
But that is the origin.
Okay, I had to do it again.
Got you. No. I got it the first time. I was trying not to like crack up again, but that's where we're at.
Yes.
Anyway,
so yeah.
So that is the origin. So this cereal was created between 1989 and 1995, and produced by Ralston Purina. And let's be honest, guys, we had pepperoni sticks. We had everything. Yeah. There was gonna be a Turtles breakfast cereal that was like gonna happen, and
absolutely,
and it happened.
It did, and I obviously I have the bowl to prove it that I definitely did have this cereal. At some point, I don't really remember anything except for the bowl. That was the only thing that I could think of. But that's one of the most genius marketing things I think you could ever do. Is they go hand in hand, and it's like, of course, it's utilitarian. There's something just so like brilliant about this. And then they had all four of the turtles, obviously. It says here on the sticker, it says wash before using, just in parentheses.
Oh, yeah.
No.
But covered in lead.
One thing I wanted to ask is that it says right here on the package, it says no tropical oils. And I'm like, oh, I didn't research that. I guess that was the thing, that tropical oils, and then they took it out.
Yeah, like I know that like there was a lot of stuff around that time about different oils. Like seed oils were there was stuff saying that certain seed oils were toxic.
Oh, okay.
Linseed oil, stuff like that, which is coming back. Actually, I just listened to a podcast about how there's all these like health influencers online now that are obviously spouting a bunch of kooky shit that's been disproven since. It's like idiots on the internet finally read something like that from like the 90s, and they're like, oh yeah. There was I believe this is related to, there was a time where it was thought that like flax oil, stuff like that were cancerous.
Oh, okay.
Or otherwise toxic. I believe that's what they're saying.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what tropical oils are, but
that's it's genius.
That's probably what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So let's talk about. We don't really have a format for this. We just have a bunch of them that we're going to go through. But I guess the first thing
we're going to go over, because it's kind of an experience. Honestly, there's a lot going on with it.
So I definitely wanted to touch on the bowl, because the bowl is like one of the biggest things that people remember from this.
Super iconic,
and rightfully so. It's fantastic. But I'm gonna pick the next one. But it's just I want to talk about specifically, before we go into the gimmicks, I want to talk about the cover of it, like, because it was pretty much, with the exception of one that I think was in Canada, and Clemens will have to fact check me on this, but we'll get to it in a minute. But the cover, for the most part, was pretty much this. You got your boys, cruising downtown in a Camaro kind of deal, and actually they're not in a car at all. They're just walking. But
what are you talking about? In a Camaro.
No,
I'm like,
sorry,
look
Five Iron Frenzy has a song that it's called "The Phantom Mullet," and they have the lyric that says "cruising downtown in a Camaro, REO Speedwagon on the stereo." Anyway, sorry, I'm getting lost in it.
Got it. Oh, so the stereo got you.
The stereo got me, and yeah, so. Because my brain thought that for a second there was like a little bit that thought that that was part of the Coming Out of Their Shells song, like growing up in a glass, something like that. But yeah, it was totally different. But no, you got the 4 Turtle Boys, you got Raphael with the boombox, and he's listening to it the wrong way. Like that's just strange because you're supposed to, right? You're supposed to listen to it with the speakers facing you.
I think you're supposed to put it in towards you, but I feel like I've seen people do it speakers out. Because that kind of gets it out to the people.
That makes sense. I see the logic there, but it's just I've never really seen it that way.
Well, also, let's just be honest. They wanted you to know it's a boombox, so they had to turn it based on where it is.
If it's just a gray box,
it's a gray background. You're like, what's that?
Yeah, is that a cell phone? Then you got your boy Leo cheesing, just totally cheesing, holding an open bottle of milk, and
that milk's not cold.
That's not cold at all.
That milk's not cold.
No, that's
no. I don't know. Want to eat? Nope.
And then you got Michelangelo just in the background, just on a skateboard, holding a net that looks very much photoshopped in. Like they were like, last minute, let's make this nets.
Yeah, well, he's got to be holding the ninja net.
Precisely, which is part of the whole nutritious balanced breakfast. But then your boy Donatello, he's got the spoon, and it is huge. And it's also got the wrap, the hand wrap. In the center of the spoon.
Bow,
it's fantastic. This artwork
it's pretty great.
I
love that he also has his bow.
Yes.
On his back, but he's got his like dinner is coming bow as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love this. And that's one of the things, too, that I really appreciate about this. Someone had mentioned it. I'm not sure if they mentioned it in the group or last time we did the show or whatnot. But the fact that this is original artwork for the cereal. Like, it's not...
Yeah.
It's not what do they call it? I can't think of it. But basically the same.
It's not an asset that was reused for something from something else, or like
precisely control.
Yeah,
art.
Like you don't see this art.
Control art.
Yeah, you don't see this art anywhere but here.
Yeah, because like the new cereals, it's just the same branding, the same art for like the movie or Mutant Mayhem and all that. It was just copy and pasted and just resized, and that's so lame because like this is just unique and so cool, and I very much appreciate this so much. In fact, I hope that NECA one day gives us an accessory set with that spoon. I will buy that spoon hands down.
Are you going to put a bet on it?
Am I going to put a bet on it?
They're going to make it one day. They're going to make it like that
totally
Ernie Reyes head thing.
Yeah. I guarantee you they will make that because that's just too good. So starting out here, we have this box, which is exclusive collector cards on the back. And it's got exclusive collector cards right here. So, yeah, it's got the from movie 1. It looks like, this is all movie 1. It says, you're going to want all these collector cards from our mega hit movie, dudes. Each has a totally epic scene from the movie. And there are 24 cards in all. 24, Ryan. If you wanted to buy it, you'd have to buy 20 boxes, right? Is my math correct on that? No, that's not right. Because there's 4.
No.
So I was thinking you'd buy 24 of them. Math on the mic again,
to
folks.
Buy 4 boxes.
Yes, math on the mic. 24 cards in all.
That's not right either.
That's not. I
Why
know.
Can't I do math?
I was rolling with it because I wasn't gonna blow you up. You can buy 4 boxes. If there was 5,
you'd have to. Yeah.
Is it? Would you have to buy
8
5
boxes?
8 boxes.
8 boxes. 8.
Somebody in the chat tell us how many boxes.
Here's just wild. Here's just wild, dude. Math on the mic is so real.
It's so real.
You're in this spot where if you and I were just sitting here talking about this, we'd both know the number.
Yeah, right off the bat.
Now I can't do 24 divided by 4, which is 6. By the way.
Right.
So 6 boxes of unique art. Finally.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So and it says
8. 4. No 8. No 6.
These cards are so awesome, and you can only get them from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Cookie Crisp brand cereals. Okay, so they put them on Cookie Crisp.
I told you about Cookie Crisp.
You told me about Cookie Crisp. So just have mom or dad help you cut them along the dotted lines and start your collection now. All right. So there's that. Yeah, those are pretty neat. Then let's see, what do we have here? Which one is this? This one is instantly win action figures plus 3 trading cards.
Yep.
Okay.
We got some primo early first gen. They look like second, third wave playmates, like turtle figures.
On the front, yes.
And we've got all of our friends on the back of the box, bro.
On the back.
This is basically the early toy part of our podcast. This is basically what we looked like when we were reviewing the toys.
Oh yeah.
This is like literally a picture of you colorized from like our toy review episodes.
Yes, it is fantastic.
You got the Raphael role play. You got the blimp, Shredder, Krang, all the turtles, Mondo Gecko, Foot Soldier, the battle football thing, or what is that? No, it's the role play box.
Oh yeah,
he's got the role play box right there. The you got old dad naked Splinter. Well, he's not naked.
Oh yeah, he's not naked there though, but he's definitely
Rocksteady.
Close. You got the Cheapskate, the turtle blimp,
the Cheapskate. What is that thing on the bottom? The turtle. So the box that Leo and Krang are on.
Turtle Trooper is what it looks like. It says. I think it's the parachute thing that they.
Oh, that's right. Yep, that's what. That's the parachute set.
Yeah,
that is insane.
I'm not sure if I can.
Fabulous Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles action figure toys can be yours. Check inside this box for an instant win certificate. That's basically a golden ticket. And you could be one of 100 grand prize winners. We're also giving away 1,000 single action figures. If your instant win certificate says you are a winner, one of these posable action figures is yours. Collect all 9 TMNT action cards. They're radical. And then it has these little action cards.
Yeah, they're pretty neat.
That again have bespoke art. And it is villains. You've got Metalhead on this one.
Yep.
Baxter and Genghis.
And then you got Rocksteady, Bebop, and Trag.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so...
I love that image. Now, I want to say this image of the kid in the roleplay, the Raph roleplay, I want to say I've seen this image before.
Okay.
In our journey. This is really... Something about him posing with that Rocksteady in his hand. Something tells me I've seen that image before. That whole thing. I got up to get something, and then I had a thought, like, what if I pulled that kid out and I had him here? And
the kid? I was like, this is why you've seen him before, is because I have him.
And he's like, Mom, and you're like, get under the table. Yeah.
No, it was probably in an ad in one of the books that our cool uncle gave us, and that had to be where we've seen it. But also,
are you feeling the same way? I feel like I've seen this.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, definitely. This
feels
not
like it was like I could see it being Sears, JCPenney, kids catalog. Like I literally can see it.
Yeah,
it might be where I fucking saw it. I may have literally seen it when I was a kid in a catalog.
It could be. It definitely doesn't feel like a new image to me. Like it feels like something, familiar. Another thing that seems familiar is this mean mugging dude over here. Check. Look how mean he looks there. Now, he doesn't look that mean in real life though.
No,
no.
That angle's not great for him.
No. But he looks just menacing.
That angle's not good.
This is one of my favorite things in all of existence, Ryan. This turtle this Michelangelo I've got. It's just
does it have pee on it?
A little bit. It's fresh though, so don't worry. It's not old pee.
Oh shit!
It's new. It's new.
There's the plushies, obviously.
Yeah, the plushies,
it's really cool. So
good.
Basically, I mean, once again, how do you not get a kid hype? Dude, 6 to midnight. Literally, they're giving out golden tickets in this bitch. Just open the box, and
Yeah.
you can be one of 100 grand prize. So you get all that shit.
Yeah.
Or just get a free action figure. And it's
either
just
way.
for buying cereal you wanted anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I
don't know,
miss
bro.
Mailaways stuff. I miss all of this stuff.
Yeah,
'cause
I do too.
I remember G.I. Joe used to do all, and a bunch of other things did too. Turtles did it with the pizza points, I think, too. But you could send them away and get Cobra Commander and all this.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
I miss all that.
Yep.
It's so wonderful.
Really fast, I have an answer on tropical oils.
Okay.
So starting in the late 80s, tropical oils means oils that contain palm or coconut oil that have more saturated fat than other oils. Any other oil has less saturated fat than palm or coconut oil.
Okay.
And it was a thing that went down. And goddamn, we were right in this thing. You know, the whole late 80s, like kids focus on fitness.
Yeah.
Where we were in school and like Arnold Schwarzenegger said he's going to pump us up and shit. Remember that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's all part of that.
Okay.
So they started trying to advertise that cereals, some did have tropical oils and parents were not buying them. So they wanted to say no tropical oils because it meant that you weren't feeding your kid as much saturated fat.
So, interesting fact, this does not show the no tropical oils on this box. So that might have been a running change. So if you are an inbox cereal collector, you'd have to find.
Oh, I could talk
with and without
forever about also how like breakfast cereals basically helped our entire generation plus the Generation X, like right before us, literally not have like rickets and shit.
Oh,
because that's when they started fortifying food.
Oh,
it says here, fortified with 6 essential vitamins and iron.
Yeah, that's what it says right above the spoon.
They started fortifying our bread.
Mm.
And literally, there would be children would grow up malformed and malnourished because often fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, fresh stuff were not available in like urban settings. So they started fortifying all the food. And there you go. Like, for example, milk. Milk don't have all the shit milk's got in it. That is fortified. Orange juice, fortified. They basically try to say if you eat this shit, like if you eat this kind of stuff, you're going to be set on the vitamins because we don't know if you're all not getting there, including adding iodide to salt. Because iodide is found in salt near the water, so anywhere near in the soil, near ocean front areas. But iodide was lacking in the middle parts of the country, and some genius tracked the amount of stillbirths in the U.S. and found that the number was almost double in the interior parts of the country.
Because they weren't getting
found that women were not getting iodide. So the U.S. government mandated that all salt be fortified with iodide, which is a necessary nutrient, which is what it says on salt. It also helps the salt not clump.
Okay, cool. Speaking of that, I just read something I saw a TikTok about that, talking about the Morton Salt Girl, and their slogan is "When it rains, it pours."
It pours.
That's because I thought it was just a clever thing, but it's actually because before salt would clump whenever there was moisture in the air. So when it would rain, it wouldn't pour. But now they made it declumping, and so now when it rains, the salt still pours. Ryan, my brain just blew when I read that. That was amazing.
Yes.
When it rains, it pours.
It pours. Turns out iodide, really important. And then, of course, they studied it later, and all those stillbirths went down to the national average.
There you go.
Which is wild. But I could talk about like food and like fortifying and all the stuff we did government-wise and like to like make everybody get all this stuff. I could talk about that forever. I think it's endlessly fascinating.
If you want to hear Ryan talk about that to me endlessly, be sure to join our Patreon and find that Turtle Soup's done been making boners again.
We done been making boners. Did you get those boners out?
They're up, so they should be
on. We're recording all these boners, guys.
Yeah, so if y'all aren't sure how to get them or whatever, I'm not sure how to get them again. I got to refigure that out, but Noah will probably let me know because I know he was asking for them. So yeah, but they should be up through the Patreon. So check that out. But yeah, let us know if you want to hear me and Ryan talk more about cereal and
I can talk
all
about
that.
shit all day. I think
Well,
endlessly
we're
fascinating.
gonna move on to probably one of my favorites, Ryan. This one, the free honey ooze inside.
Honey ooze.
Which
don't call me honey.
Don't call me honey.
You know what I'm saying?
I definitely.
Food topping.
Yes.
It says food topping under the ooze. I think that's genius.
That's
food
so good. So yeah, it's just like a packet of ketchup. Oh, but the beautiful thing is, I'm gonna zoom in on this because let's see here if I can get it in there and move it. Dude, that's supposed to be an ooze canister. Isn't that neat? I just realized
that is really
it's
cool.
Like a ketchup packet with the ooze canister on it. That's pretty awesome.
And it's it's basically, green dyed honey.
Yes.
Which is so intense.
Yes.
Because remember this. Now look at the bottom here, this text. Crunchy, sweetened Ninja Nets with not Ninja Turtle marshmallows.
Right.
We've eaten Chex before.
Right.
It's not sweetened at all.
No.
The marshmallows are what brings basically any of that.
Yes.
Sweetened wheat like this and corn is like not sweet at all. We know this because you can eat Cheerios. That Cheerios are sweetened, by the way, with honey, and they are the plainest tasting thing you've ever tasted.
Yes.
So I love that they're like, you know what? We know this is kind of a problem. So put some honey on that.
Right. So
put a packet of honey on that.
This is genius. But now this is one of the creepiest images of turtles I've ever seen in my life. Are y'all ready for this chat? Chat, we need to
get ready.
Get ready. Here we go, everybody.
Get ready.
I'm gonna zoom out real quick because I want you to get the full effect. Okay, here we go. Check out that Raphael. I'm assuming that's Raph because it might be Mike because he's pretty creepy too. It has to be Raph because Raph's also there in the
that's Raph.
The figure. Yeah, that's one of the.
You know what he looks like? You know what the look he's giving me?
What's that?
What level Rastonite are you? I'm 57. That's what that looks like.
He's got all the books.
No, he's like took me a long time to get to 85, but after that, that's the look.
So this is just bizarre. So this image is great. So you have a plate with toast on it, but it looks like there's some ooze up there in the top corner too.
Yeah, he oozed that a little bit.
Like he had a little bit of extra
packet. He let himself get a little wild.
Pre-ooze. It happens to everybody.
Yeah, a little pre-ooze.
And then he drew the turtle face, which is pretty good, in the ooze on the cereal, which is fantastic. I love the bowl. The bowl has divots in it to look like a turtle
shell.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Where's that bowl?
I know. Give us that. It's got your boy Leatherhead down there that looks like our boy Hunter, and then it's got Raphael, just old action figure, and then it's got the role playing Psy up there, and it's got some text up there. Are you able to read it, or you want me to?
I can read it.
Okay,
I'm gonna sell you this ooze.
Spin that wheel.
Pull on the ooze, dudes. Check it out, dudes. Dudes is capitalized like it's a proper noun, and I love that shit. Check it out, dudes. Inside this box is a free tube of honey, quote, mutagen ooze. Dudes, this ooze looks just like mutagen ooze. How many times can you repeat the same fucking thing? This ooze looks just like mutagen ooze, but it's actually made with real honey. So spread it on cereal, toast, muffins, or anything else that needs mega radicalizing. It's the totally tubular way to turtleize your breakfast. Or turtleize yourself. Put the squeeze on this, dudes, and pour it off.
Put the squeeze on this.
Put the squeeze on yourself. What? Yep. Turtleize yourself. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's so good. Oh my
this
God.
This guy's got some like. Can you trace your bloodline back to the Aryans? It's like seriously like. What is going on with like turtleize yourself, dude? That's insanity. I go back to the Baltics. I just like it is the craziest. But I do like that they are saying put it on other shit. It's honey, boys.
Which they did. They put it
which
on
they did up
toast.
there. They showed you they did it.
Now,
but something about like put it on yourself, dude.
Yeah, that's a little.
That might be the
weird.
look. You know what that look is, dude?
What?
She's like, you first. For putting it on yourself.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like look at him. He's got a full packet still, dude. And your boy's like, are we doing this or what? Like that's we doing this? Hey man, if you're over a 50 Rastonite, we can do this.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's
super cool. I
much.
don't remember too many cereals coming with a honey packet. That's pretty nuts, and it being green.
It is.
And looking just like mutagen news.
It is. I don't know. And this is before the green ketchup thing, I think. Yeah, because that was later in the 90s, I believe.
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah.
Oh,
and it tasted like paper. Remember that?
I do. And then I have another version of the honey ooze, the actual packet. It's, oh my goodness. It's manufactured by a company called Glory Bee. Natural Sweeteners Inc.
Fun fact about yellow number 5. They're trying to make it where they don't use that anymore.
Oh yeah, because it's not good, right?
Because it's got benzene in it.
Ooh.
And that's a carcinogen.
Oh, okay. Well,
I feel like,
that could explain why he looks like this.
That's a good point. You could be tempted to be, all whatever about it. But I mean, if I got it, you got it. Like how much of this, like we're talking about like our like children's children, not even this.
Cool.
Yeah. At this point, give me some yellow 5 because we're full of it. You know what I mean? They didn't care about that before. Exactly. I do like how it is like, Glory Be Natural. Then it says 1991 Mirage Studios.
Mirage Studios. Yeah, I love that. I love
bizarre shit. Food topping.
All right,
how nasty do you think that honey is now in that packet?
God. There's people that still have it, and I'm sure, but I'm just no. All right, so moving on.
You're going to lose some Rastonite levels eating that.
You definitely are. So here we get to see more of the box on this one, and again, the art is fantastic and they've got them like all over the place. So you got Donnie up here on the top of the box. And holding a spoon, which is awesome. And then you got Raph and Mike over here with the proof of purchase, and Raph holding the cereal bowl, Ryan, that is in
the bowl that's in the picture down there.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's on the cover of they obviously had a bowl like made.
That's fantastic.
Like a bespoke bowl made because that's the bowl that the cereal's in. Because the cereal's also in that bowl on the cover.
Yes. Oh, that's so good. I didn't notice that before.
I like how they justified the text around him.
Oh,
that's pretty great.
I absolutely love that. Let me see. I thought there was flavor text there, but I don't think there is.
No. All the flavors inside, bro.
So, speaking of things that are inside, you get extra free Ninja Turtle magazine. Read all about it on the back with one proof of purchase and 50-cent postage and handling. Turtles magazine. So let's see what the back of this one shows.
This is also back before they put expiration dates on stuff, and they just put a code on it.
Right.
And you had to call with a complaint, and you had to like give them the code of the box because you can see it imprinted on the top of the box. Pretty interesting.
So the back of this has a couple of different things. So we'll start with the actual magazine and then we'll go to the side. Yeah, check out this awesome magazine, dudes. And the Turtle Boys are cutting some slack with Shredder on the one pages.
Yeah.
But you got your boys just in the lair, just looking at magazines. That's pretty neat. They're a little too long. Like this Raphael.
What about that super metal Jim Lawson cover on that magazine down there?
Oh yeah, no,
that's Lawson, right?
I think so. I could be wrong, but I've definitely seen that artwork before. Like that's definitely a legit thing. So let's see here. So it says. Hey dudes, get a free issue of the brand new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles magazine. It's the best way It's the best way to get the latest Ninja Turtle facts and Ninja Turtle scoop. Get all the best in Ninja Turtles news, gossip, and games cover to cover in this 36-page magazine. It's hip, it's hot, and it's free. When you send the certificate on the package with one proof of purchase and 50-cent postage and handling, sign up for your free issue now. That was pretty good. I was pretty impressed with that.
No, I like that. You did a good job with that.
Thanks. Yeah, this is neat. I don't recall having Ninja Turtle magazine. I did not get that. But the proof of purchase is right here, I think, and this is legit. It's got some Mirage art on it in the masthead with the turtle heads. Like, that's really cool. Send me the membership to the Turtle Force fan club for 1 year.
Yep.
Okay, that's
yes,
legit.
yes.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do it.
So you get.
Okay,
here's what you get.
Yeah, this is the Turtle Force fan club right here.
Turtle Force fan club. Here's the breakdown of what you're going to get. Okay.
Okay.
For the 1 year membership fee of $5, that includes postage and handling, you'll receive a TMNT bandana, 22 by 22 inch, and imprinted with the official Ninja Turtle seal.
Okay.
Special limited edition Ninja Turtles mini comic book.
Okay.
A 4-inch color Ninja Turtle sticker. Official Turtle Force wall certificate.
Ooh.
Official Turtle Force membership card. 2 issues of the Ninja Turtles Chaos Chronicle newsletter with exclusive savings on limited Ninja Turtles items and information on pressing issues of Crime and Punishment.
What? What is that? Does
information on pressing issues of Crime and Punishment?
Okay, that sounds intense.
What?
Yeah, I need to know more about this.
Did my mouse just die? Oh shit. My mouse died. I gotta go get a battery.
Okay. Well,
battery,
go get a battery, son. So I'm writing this down. Yeah, because that is
that
something
crime that pressing issues. That is some Republican shit. I hate to say that. That is some 1980, 89, 1990 Republican shit. Right? That is some Reagan.
The first thing
there.
I thought of though was Adventures.
The book.
Like how Adventures is just conscious of like social issues. This does sound like it's leaning towards a different way.
What if they're like you actually like do all this work, you track down the Chaos Chronicles, like you get a copy and you're like, it costs you like $1 million. You're like, oh shit.
Right,
and it's like silencing it and you get it. And it's all a bunch of like just 2020, like ultra progressive, like, and it says like defund the police and like all this shit. You're like, what? Oh my God. You know, it's like ACAB and all this stuff. You're like, whoa, shit, man.
Before you go real quick, Mitch in the chat says that it was Dooney, not Lawson.
The art on the magazine cover?
Yeah.
That's Dooney?
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. It has a Lawson feel to it though.
It did. But yeah, no, I'm gonna have to look for that. If anyone has that, let us know. turtlesoupshow@gmail.com. You know, you can hit us up with that, and that would be legit, because I'm gonna probably spend all day tomorrow looking for that, because I assume that we can't send the stuff in anymore to the $5 and send it to this address and get any of that. But someone's probably bound to have it. But yeah, did you ever? I'll probably ask this again at the end of the episode, but if any of y'all ever did any of this stuff, let us know. turtlesoupshow@gmail.com. You can leave us a voicemail or an email and let us know if you did this. I'm sure I had something of this. I don't recall actually doing this, because I think that was, I don't know, for some reason $5 just seemed like a lot back then, I guess. But yeah, for a second when you, Ryan, are you back in yet? No, I don't think he's back in yet. For a second, I thought he looked like the Hamburglar, and that was terrifying. Anyway, Mitch in the chat did a quick Google Images search for TMNT Chaos Chronicle newsletter. Yeah, you can find a bunch of those. Okay, cool. So they are there. So we will probably have to have a bag of tricks on this, because if we could find those, I did not know those existed. So that's super fun. So I don't know if you heard, Ryan, now that you're back, Mitch did a Google search and found that the Chaos Chronicle newsletters you can find them like pretty
Oh,
easily.
cool.
So I'm gonna scour them, and we might have to do like a either
I guess you're doing it like
bag
a
of
short,
tricks,
like fun thing on that.
Yeah, something. So I've got it starred on my notes to take a look at. But yeah, that's fascinating. Yeah, I would totally nowadays I would totally have done it. But
oh yeah.
Yeah. So all right, so moving along, we go to
Box 5.
Apparently this cereal was 309 wherever I stole this image from.
Yeah.
And yeah, we got free poster with 75-cent postage and handling. See back panel. Oh, and then this is the bowl, Ryan. The bowl on the cover is the same bowl. That's the one that looks like a turtle shell.
I said that. I said that like 4 times, and I thought you were hearing me, but I didn't think you heard me.
I didn't hear you say it was on the front.
It's the same bowl. I said that at some point they had a bowl made up or something because they used it in the ads, but it's the same bowl as on the cover.
I thought you were talking about specifically when we saw it the first time on the back. That's what I thought you were talking about. I didn't realize because it's always been obscured by stuff on the front.
It's always obscured by like text and stuff like that.
So here's the first one where it's not fully messed up. So that's just neat. I just never noticed that. But what's really funny about this one is that Michelangelo is holding his net, but it's also the ad for the free poster. That's just brilliant.
Net tosser
over here. Yep.
Now.
So the back of that one is let's see, is this it's the same one. That's right. Here we go.
Radicalize your rooms, dudes.
Yes. I had this poster. I 100% had this poster, and I love it, and I want it back because I vividly remember. I don't know what happened to it. It probably got ripped, unfortunately, but yeah, I definitely had this poster.
God, I feel like such a bad podcaster. I don't recognize this person's art.
I don't either, but
I'm gonna make a stab because it's
the Leo looks
it's reminiscent of
it. I can't place it. I can't place it either. But yeah, it's just
not.
The pose that Leo's in is iconic. Like that's something that I've seen before, like probably from Mirage. But the rest
that's
of
just
them,
like the Mirage, like front of dress. But
yeah.
I can feel this. Watch this be awesome. Just like that rush, that super like rush Jim Lawson, like I knocked this out in 2 seconds. Jim Lawson.
Oh yeah. So it says.
Let's see. Can Mitch bail us out on this one?
Oh yeah, Mitch, let us know if you know who this is. Who the artist?
I feel like I've seen the art before, or that artist before, but I can't quite place it.
So it says, "Hey dudes, check it out."
You had that poster? Damn.
Oh, I definitely did. That's
sick.
100%. Hey dudes, check it out. Get a free Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles poster with 1 proof of purchase. Just fill out the coupon below and send it in, and we'll be on your wall looking good. And
please send me the radical 34 by 22 inch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles poster. I've enclosed 1 proof of purchase from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles brand cereal plus 75 cents for postage and handling for each poster ordered.
You could order multiple posters. Because Michelangelo has the multiple posters in his hand. That's
because it says with 1 proof of purchase. So I think you could just do the 1. So it says I've enclosed 1 proof plus 75 cents. For each poster ordered. Yeah, so you need to do several proof of purchase.
Yeah.
And 75 cents. Then it has number of posters ordered, amount enclosed.
Yep. So and then you got Raphael using a push broom to put the poster up. This is what made this stuff so good, was that it had this original stuff to it, and
it was
that's
just
what made
cool.
it so fantastic.
100%.
All right, moving right along. This one has the video game, the Ninja Turtles Ultra video game.
Yeah.
That's
TMNT
wild. Yeah.
1, bro. The game.
Oh, that cover's so nice.
It's just so good.
It is.
It's just so good.
And then let's see, over here we've got
video game.
Ooh, and then
we've got the handheld.
Win
video games. This is like everywhere.
It's got the Konami kind of what we affectionately call the Tiger Electronics video game.
The Konami Tiger handheld.
Yeah, and I definitely had that. Do you want to read this one?
Yeah, I would. Hey dudes, you can instantly win these out of sight video games. No purchase necessary to play or
win.
See side panel for official rules. Cowabunga! Inside this box, you can find an instant win certificate for an Ultra video cartridge for your Nintendo Entertainment System at home. Now you can help us fight Shredder on your TV. We're giving away 1,000 of these ultra cool Ultra video cartridges. So check inside and see if you've won. And then it says, meanwhile, like in the corner, and
it's got the Tiger or the.
That's how it felt when you had an NES.
Yeah.
Tiger games felt like meanwhile. You know what I mean? A little bit, let's be honest.
It totally did.
Meanwhile. It says video to go. We're also giving away 1,000 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles handheld video games by Konami. Check inside this box for an instant win certificate, and you could help our heroes knock off the deadly foot soldiers anywhere you go.
There you go. I definitely
What year did Game Boy come out?
It was probably around this time. Yeah, it was definitely out, I believe.
Because imagine a world where, because it says here like, on the go. It almost feels like you got your NES, or if you want to play on the go, you got to play a Tiger game.
Yeah, the Turtles games definitely weren't out yet. As far as
like Fall of the Foot Clan
and stuff was not out yet.
Yeah.
This came out. So the Game Boy came out. Come on, 89. So yeah.
What year did TMNT Fall of the Foot Clan come out?
I don't remember that one.
I guess I'm looking it up.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah. So I definitely had that handheld game. I obviously had the first Ultra game.
Oh yeah.
I love the lingo. Like they didn't know how to market this stuff. They didn't know how to like brand it and like it doesn't sound very finessed.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds very much like copyright this, copyright that, and like just make sure you get the right verbiage. And it's wild.
So do you have a guess on the year that Fall of the Foot Clan came out?
91?
90.
90.
August 3rd, 90.
Okay. So yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. And you got your boy Leonardo, looks like playing this game with a wireless NES controller that would not have looked like that.
I mean, when you live with Donnie, you can
you have a very fair point.
His Nintendo's not on either because the red pepperoni cube light is not on.
Oh my goodness, that's true. Well, all right. Well, we're gonna break it up a little bit here, and we're gonna go to I believe John Clemens' part of the world, which is Canada. Now they had a cereal box, and this was the only one I could find, and supposedly it's definitely real. Like I looked it up and everything. This is legit on eBay and everything. So here we go. It's let me zoom out here. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cereal, Cerealis, and
nouveau.
Totally different artwork, but the same kind of vibe. It looks kind of generic, but at the same time, it's I don't know. There's something neat about it. You've got so you've got Donnie with the giant
Webster
spoon
Edgerly would not be happy with how much weight these turtles have gained.
He would not abide by this. You got Donnie with the giant spoon still, and he's holding the yellow bowl, but it doesn't quite look the same. And then Raphael's holding a glass of milk with his tongue out, which is wild.
No. Pitcher.
Is this a pitcher
of milk?
Or is that the bag of milk?
That's a pitcher.
Is that the bag of milk? That's why I was asking last time.
No, it's got like a round bottom to it.
I don't know how some bags probably have a round bottom. I don't know. They might make the rock and world go round. Leo is looking like a creep, just with his tongue out, just like, let me get that there. Yeah. And so, and then your boy Mikey, who has his nunchucks, which is legit, is just hey y'all, he's just happy to be here. He's just, just chilling.
Take a look at that cereal though. That shit cursed.
That
cereal looks cursed.
That is definitely cursed. That's nightmare fuel right there. Start your day off right with turtle faces. Just eat these.
And by the way, very funny, if you bought your cereal in Canada, it was produced by Nabisco.
Oh.
So your cereal is a whole different can of worms, or box of worms, if you will. You're not eating your eugenics Ralston. You're not getting any Ralstonite points for eating this cereal, by the way.
Right.
Just so you know.
Just
that
so
is the downside. It probably tastes a hell of a lot better, and it's not connected to eugenics, but you're not gaining any Ralstonite levels.
No, but you are gaining. But you are gaining some free collector cards.
Collect all 8. Gratis.
All 8. And so let's check out the back of this. So you got Donatello here. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit, and you got your boy Shredder that looks like, I don't know. That's just such a weird Shredder. It looks like it's based off the toy, but yeah. And then you got April, who looks like she is not happy at all. First of all,
like when we getting out of here,
right? Yeah, she's waiting for you to finish oozing, and she's got places to be. But like her collar is like her shirt is just so open, like so deep, but yet there's no cleavage there at all, and it's like what is this? Like, I'm not trying to be a perv or anything, but it's like, it's just true. So unnecessary. Why have it dipped that low?
No, April is over your shit.
What it looks like is the artist drew it with cleavage and it probably had a different face. But then like they're like, no, erase the cleavage. So they did, and they gave her that face. They just made her have that clumsy face on.
Well, I mean, what you could say is that this is also probably maybe somebody who drew a Casey's long ass fingers proof April.
There you go. That's
because
true.
Her actual cleavage is located so far down on her torso.
Right.
Those long ass Elias Koteas fingers can't
reach them.
Can't fully get on that. And so that's what she's evolved to get away from that.
But I love how just like how her face is just too good on this.
She is so over it. I love it.
Absolutely. And then you got Michelangelo just being like, hey.
He's thumbs up.
He's thumbs up. So all right, so there's that one. So moving on. Now we've got something a little bit special for you here. We're going back to the States. We got free comic book inside. Collect all 3. So
the comics that we read.
We've read these comics. And then if you go to the back though, create your own Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic book.
This is
win
the best.
$500.
This is the best back of a box.
That
is a Kevin and Peter Christmas card.
Yes.
Like that's the Christmas card you get from Mirage Studios.
Absolutely.
Like I love that.
It's great. And they've got they've got Donatello kind of hanging over them. And that's I absolutely love that. They get the 2 plushies, which I absolutely adore, and then a bunch of different drawings, which looks like fan mail.
It's all kid art. It's like they're like looking over your art.
So here we go. Hey dudes, draw your own Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic book like my pals here, Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, and you could win $500. Cowabunga, that's a lot of dough. To enter, just take one sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper and go down and go to town, man. You could do whatever you want and use both sides. Jesus. Kevin and Peter created us, and they'll judge your comic book. Oh, that makes it
meta. That's so meta, dude.
They want to see originality, creativity, and oh goodness, I thought it just said neat and neatness. All the details are on the side panel. Make it cool, dudes, and you could win $500.
Damn.
So yeah, that's pretty neat. I'm digging that. And this is back. This was when they were still friends. Before the fall.
Yeah. I think they could manage to be around each other in this era.
Oh yeah. That's just cute. Think about that. Yeah. Look at that face. Look at the face on Peter. Like that's the face of a man that's making more than $500 right now.
No, absolutely. No, this is like, man. This gives me my feel seeing Kevin and Peter together again.
It does.
I don't know. It's like cool as hell.
It is. I'm with you. So next we have the hologram box. I don't think I can find the back for this one, but the hologram alone is pretty neat. It's just the image from like the normal cereal box, but just a hologram form. And apparently you could get a shirt with that on it. And that'd
be sick.
Pretty legit. So now moving on, we have new pizza shaped marshmallows. So okay. That's okay. And then you get a free
I had
flip
these.
book. You had the movie flip book?
I had the flip books. Yes.
I did not remember the flip books.
I did not remember that until the minute I saw this, but I remember they're from TMNT 2, and one of them is Mikey doing his like, fellow Chucker, like with the sausages. Oh. Like that's one of the books. I remember that clearly. I had that.
But now was it was a flip book, like you flip it to and you see the animation because it's
Yep. It was all in it was in color. It was images it was like screenshots from the film, and you saw him like doing the sausages. I remember that. I don't know what the other two are, but I definitely remember that one. And maybe Leo coming down from the shot where like, where Leo like puts his swords in the ceiling.
Yeah.
And, like comes up and kicks somebody. That might have been one. But I remember, God, that's so crazy. I remember that.
Yeah. So
they were TMNT 2. So 1991 and forward.
Yeah, that's definitely TMNT 2 on the thing. Yeah. So and then
that's awesome.
The pizza marshmallows is pretty legit too.
It is.
So let's see here. I have a back, but I'm not sure which cereal box this was for. It might be for this one still too.
Okay,
game. So this is a little game. We don't have this one to play actually, but I just wanted to show the artwork on this. Again, this is what's fantastic about this stuff is that the artwork is just, even if it's bad artwork, which this is a little rushed.
It's just cool. Yeah.
It's still neat because not only do you get the turtles in the sewers, you get your boy Rat King just
Rat King's down there
in the corner just doing something.
Got a couple rats.
Being a creep. But yeah, it gives you the whole oh my goodness. So it says, "Hey dudes, play the pizza flyer flip and toss game with the free pizza flyer inside this package. To start playing the pizza flyer flip and toss game." Wow, that's hard to say.
That's long.
Just have mom or dad help you cut out the areas inside the dotted lines. Then prop up the panel and you can toss your pizza flyer through the holes. Challenge your family and your friends to see who's the most tubular tosser around. See if mom wins. I can't believe it says that on there. That's wild. Yeah. Your parents help you set it up. Oh, check this out. You got your boy, you got a foot soldier over there, and you got your boy Jess Harley down there. Look at that.
Jess Harley's down there like, I'm drowning. Oh, shit.
I can't swim.
I can't. It's like he's a gator. It's like, what the fuck? He's like, I can't swim. That part didn't cross over.
Right.
Jess Harley never learned how to swim. Oh, shit.
I can't swim, Joe Rogan. Help me out. Why are you talking to Joe Rogan? All right. So, moving along. We've got
a door hanger.
Turtleize your room with what is this? A door hanger?
And light switch cover.
Okay, so that's the cover. And then deliver pizza here. Oh my gosh. This is amazing.
Yeah.
It's got Leo and he's holding where the doorknob is. Like that's where that's fantastic. Oh, that's so cool.
You're like hanging on the doorknob.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. And then the other one, the light switch cover is like it's like a kind of like a piece of tech. And there's like a little hole in the middle for your light switch. And there's like monitors of like Shredder and Splinter and stuff. That's pretty sweet.
That is pretty sweet. You want to read
like
this
a little dot matrix printer, like printing out, like there's a little printout at the bottom that says like TMNT Cereal. It's like popping out of the machine.
That's excellent.
That's pretty sweet. Turtleize your room. Hey dudes, check out this out of sight door hanger and light switch cover. Just cut them out carefully and make your room an exclusive Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles hangout. So the next time we're in town, we can party at your place with pizza and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cereal.
Oh, okay.
Wait, so that's like a
prerequisite.
Like if you hang this on your door, they can just come in your room and shit.
It's like inviting a vampire in. Is that how that
I
works?
think it's like inviting it. Yeah, I think it's literally.
Okay. I just hope they don't come in like the module. You know, the thing that comes through the ground.
Shit. Oh, this is actually kind of crazy, dude. So it says here, for the instructions, carefully cut along the dotted lines and cut out yellow screw holes and switch hole. Have mom or dad attach your cover over the real light switch, putting the screws from the switch through those holes. So you actually like took the screws out and put it in there. I thought it just like stuck over the top. Like I thought they were saying like, oh, put tape on it, but it's like, nah, man.
No, they
put the screws through it. Yeah,
that's legit.
Damn dog.
That's awesome. Okay, so now go into the next one, which is free ID wallet.
Free ID wallet. The turtles. You can be a turtle cop.
That emblem. That's
dude.
Cool.
He's got the wings. He's like an eagle, but not. He's a turtle.
So cool. Okay, so the back, there's an even better picture of it. Here we go. That's fantastic. It's like a whole wallet.
Yeah.
Like
it is a whole wallet
flip and stuff. Yeah, it says top TURTLES secret. It has the acronym.
It has the acronym.
Tactical Undercover Response Terrapin Law Enforcement Squadron. That is amazing.
That actually all kind of makes sense. And there's your assembly instructions, so it's just cut it out. It's like a craft project, and you get your little turtle wallet. Shell number 287. So it's like you have like a badge number because you're a cop. You can flip it out and be like, I'm Turtle Squad.
Turtle Squad. Let me in. I got. What's your priority clearance? I don't know. It's got it there.
Ralston 87.
Right. All right. So then we've got win a $20,000 college scholarship.
College scholarship. They ain't gonna pay for shit now.
Free crayons inside. Yeah, it says that at the bottom. Free crayons inside.
$20,000.
It's got some jack off on the front with a holding a diploma or some shit. On the back of this. This is kind of neat though. It's got the whole thing. Color a bright future, and you could win a $20,000 college scholarship, which that doesn't pay for shit now.
So but I was about to say $20,000. That just gets you your dorm room and your
and one class,
your shower shoes,
right? So it's got these kids that are graduating way too early on this coloring. It's basically for you to color because they've got the crayons in there. And it's got the turtles that are basically the same assets from the front of the box, essentially.
Yeah.
In front of a school. And then it's got a diploma that says what I want to be when I graduate. And you kind of like write on that and then you send in the entry form stuff. But it says up here, let's see if this has anything of interest. Okay. It says, hey dudes, be too cool for school and enter the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles brand cereal Color a Bright Future College Scholarship Sweepstakes. Just color the back of this package with the hot crayon colors. Is that what that says? The hot color.
Yeah. Hot crayon colors.
Hot crayon colors inside and any other colors you might have. And write a short paragraph letting us know what you want to be when you graduate from college. Of course, you can ask mom and dad for help if needed. Mail in the picture of yourself and your mom and dad and your siblings. And in a paragraph.
And make sure to put your door hanger up so we know which house to go to.
So we know. That way we can get in and give it to you.
Yeah.
And you could be one of the 3 winners selected at random. If you win, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will give you $20,000 to help send you off to college. Cowabunga! And hurry and mail your entry form today. Oh my
But that
Lord.
pizza's like covered, or that money's like covered in pizza, and it's like a few bucks short, and like it's got sewer slimalingus on it, and
it's all kinds of problematic. All right, let's see. Let's move it along.
Crayons inside.
So this box has free cookies from. It just says from Delicious. Is Delicious a brand?
It is because it looks like it's registered. Yeah,
right. They look like Teddy Grahams, sort of.
They actually look exactly like Teddy Grahams.
Yeah, check those out. Those are neat. And Mikey has his nunchucks. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, so if you go to the back, like,
all right,
it is. So there are little Ninja Turtles. It says the art is wild because it has like the turtles working in a factory making their own.
I love this so much.
Their own cereal or their own cookies, and everything has delicious all over it. Wait a minute. Did Delicious used to make Cheez-Its back in the day? Am I crazy?
Because I don't know.
That logo for Delicious,
yeah,
it's got me thinking Cheez-Its. I don't know. Anyway, hey dudes, we're making these delicious cookies just for you. Get a free Ninja Turtles van or blimp filled. Listen to this shit now. Listen to this shit. Get a free Ninja Turtles van or blimp filled with these radical Teenage Mutant Ninja cookies from Delicious Cookies with the coupon on the side panel of this box. Or use the coupon to save 49 cents on a regular 11-ounce size. Either way, it's an awesomely delicious offer. These cookies look like us, and since they're made by Delicious, you know they have an out-of-sight taste. So start clipping now, dudes, and we can be your favorite dessert too.
This is fantastic.
The end of that sounded like you rationalizing something, Eric.
It does.
Like when you think about it, like the turtles, I mean, the cookies look like me, and if you get clipping, dude, then so they look like me. They taste delicious because they're made by Delicious, and you get clipping. You know what I mean? It sounds like when you're running it through.
Oh yeah, we're running down all the pros and cons.
If you do this and if you do that, no, listen. But if going back to the beginning, if they look like me and they taste good, it just
right.
Yeah, that. Like me, if you and I had a cookie company, that's what the copy would say.
That's what it would say. So the next one is a TMNT memo board on back, which has Leonardo with a crown on the front, which is interesting. And on the back,
you see him in a crown.
In a crown. On the back, it's just the turtle blimp, but there's just a big white sheet that they're attaching to it, or like some sort of like tarp on it, and it says "Right on, dudes." And you got
right on, dudes.
Yeah,
like literally Raph, right
literally. On the top, you got Raph holding it, and Leo's hanging by a thread on the side, and Donnie's driving with Mikey hanging on as well. And you got a little thing on the side here that says, you can leave anyone a message on this out-of-sight message board. Use this entire back panel and a crayon to write your messages. You can erase your message with a tissue and then start all over. It's an awesome way to let everyone know the scoop. Ask an adult to help you cut out this entire back panel. Yes.
Wait, what are they saying you should write on that with?
A crayon.
Oh, yeah, you wipe it because it's crayon and then it's plasticized. Okay.
Yeah, it's probably like a waxy kind of thing, and so
yeah.
So yeah, but that art. Oh, it's not like good, but it's just different and unique, and I'm just so geeked out by that. I've got another one of the shirt, but I actually have the back of the shirt box. Now, this is what the back looked like. Look how cool that kid looks. This is insane.
Shirt's from another dimension, bro.
Yes, like he's transcending. Like he's this is what happened to this is Dr. Midnight before he got all blue. This is what happened. Or this could be the origin story to Mr. Bucket, one of the two. And as Robbie was saying in the chat that they did do this with other cereals. So you have the Ghostbusters, Mario and Link, Cookie Crisp, and just dinosaur cereal, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty legit. So it says happiness is all 5 Ralston holograms. That's what happiness is. I guess that's another tenet of Ralstonism is holograms. So there you go.
Happiness. That is really strange.
Yeah, very strange.
Happiness is all 5 Ralston holograms.
Hold on. There's more.
That's
to this.
weird. That's a weird text.
Here we go. We got more. Happiness is all 5 Ralston holograms. Collect and trade with friends. Do an album. Make a mobile. Decorate bulletin boards, lockers, notebooks, lunchboxes, and bedroom doors. Build a box to hold your treasures. Use them to decorate Christmas tree. Wait. Use them to decorate your Christmas tree. Cut them apart and reassemble them for a hologram collage. Create a hologram wall in your room. Make prestige plates for bikes, trikes, and big wheels. Build a suit of armor. Note, uses limited only by your imagination. There you go.
Convert your family and friends to Ralstonism.
That's in the fine print. Yep.
That's the last point. Okay.
That's the last point on that. So now we got, what is this? This is the Turtles magazine. Oh, I already saw that one because I got a better image of that one. Here we go. So this one is fruit snacks. You ready for this? You got your boys on Farley's fruit snacks on the cover. And then on the back, you got your boy Leo dipping them out. And that's pretty nuts. I'm kind of a sucker for things that are shaped like the Ninja Turtles. And Ryan.
Farley's fruit. Those were so good too, Farley's. Oh, Ryan. You got your boy on there.
You got your boy Jess Harley.
They turned Jess Harley into a gummy.
I still don't know how to swim, even though I'm very buoyant now. That's fantastic. But yeah, it says, dudes, get these totally awesome Farley's fruit snacks free inside. Inside this box, you'll find a free package of totally radical Ninja Turtles fruit snacks. These great tasting snacks come in 5 super flavors: cherry, grape, lime, orange, and strawberry. They're shaped like your favorite subterranean heroes, the Ninja Turtles, and like those nasty dudes, Shredder, Bebop, Rocksteady, and Leatherhead. So dig in, dudes, and get your chewy Ninja Turtle fruit snacks now. Yeah, that's pretty neat. I dig that. That Jess Harley, I was not expecting that.
No, your boy's like, ugh.
Yeah. So now we've got free Electromagna Neutronic Photo Visualizer on this package. I was hoping that you might know what those words meant, but I have no idea. So on the back, it says, here's your own Electromagna Neutronic Photo Visualizer. Does any of that make any sense to you?
Hold on a minute. Now you have your very own electromagnetic right off this package. Just have them cut out off the package and follow the assembly instructions on the side panel. So put your picture in the neutronic photo visualizer, and you're on your way to looking good.
What is that?
What in the fuck are they talking about?
Okay, so that screen has to be a different material, right? Like that.
It's like plastic or some kind of like filter, probably a filter.
It's
and
weird.
You fold this thing up and put a picture in it, and it probably filters the picture.
Yeah, that's...
Well, the assembly instructions are on the side of the box. Have them help you cut along. Be sure to cut out the entire thing. Then cut out the big TV screen.
Oh.
Fold the thing. I'm gonna stop saying that. Photo visualizer along the blue lines. Put a little glue on the yellow flaps. Attach the big flaps. Now paste or tape your picture inside it against the back panel, and you're ready to start visualizing, dude.
I have no idea what this is.
What in the hell?
Yeah, this is bizarre.
Hold on a minute. I'm Googling this. What's it called?
Electromagna. That's all one word. Neutronic photo visualizer.
Okay.
And this is the last one that we got, so we're good. So,
okay.
Yeah, it seems like the screen would be something that you would, and it would be almost like it does something, but I wonder if it has to do with the some sort of tunneling effect if you cut the screen out, that you put your picture in the back, but that doesn't.
Oh, and then it kind of like,
I don't know, just does something.
It's
like an optical illusion
in the visualizer.
Yeah.
That makes no goddamn sense. Google literally pulls nothing on this. Like Google has
Really?
no idea. No. Like I'm
This
getting actual like articles. I'm getting like websites for like high resolution multi-dimensional neutron imagers, X-ray electron beams, like all this unrelated shit.
Oh my goodness. So hey, Turtletarians, if you have heard or if you had this, let us know. turtlesoupshow@gmail.com.
I don't understand. And usually the directions are pretty clear. And you're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
This says cut out the TV screen. You can see you cut out the screen.
Yeah.
Right? Like the back screen, you cut it out. Okay. And then you fold it over where it's basically like a TV with all this other stuff on the sides. And then you put your picture in it. So it makes it like it's in the screen.
Is that all it is? It makes it look like
tape your picture inside.
Is it just supposed to look like
visualizing?
Is it supposed to look like how you would if you called someone on the TurtleCom, you had a piece of cardboard that was just your picture and you put it on there? Is that that's basically what it's trying to say?
I think that's what it's trying to be. It's almost like a photo frame.
Yes. That's ridiculous.
It's like a boxy photo frame that makes it look like, oh shit, like this picture of me, I'm in the box. Like it's a picture of me coming up on the technology is what it looks like. It's just so funny how like they keep reusing like the electromagna neutronic photo visualizer. Like and they never shorten it. Like they use it like it's like a full proper name the whole time.
The whole time.
Maybe we're just not high enough in the Ralston.
Yeah,
like,
that's probably what it is.
The level. We haven't read enough books.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Because that sounds like some jargon that they would say once you get to the higher levels.
Yeah, like that you would know.
What if that's the title of like one of the grandmasters in Ralstonism is the electromagnetic neutronic photo visualizer?
Well, then we've clearly failed.
Yes, obviously. I mean,
like we failed the test.
Yes. But you know what we passed?
What?
We passed the review of the Turtles cereal.
Oh man. Oh my god.
And so I thoroughly enjoyed this. I hope y'all did too, because
They're really
this was
cool.
a blast. But now that was the main course. That was the like they say, part of a nutritious, balanced breakfast. And what makes anything balanced, you got to have two parts to it. You can't just be one balanced thing necessarily. You have to have another part. And you might be asking, hey, wasn't there some board games that were with this cereal? And you would be correct. We absolutely have those. And I am working on trying to. Oh, I just had a thought. So one of my employers has a large printing. A large printer, I meant to say.
Like a large format printer?
Yes. And we might be able to blow it up and print it and actually play it like a dice game. Really there's two games that were on the back of this, and they were like 4. We'll talk more about this next episode, but there's 4 each, I think, and you combine them and stuff. And somebody's had them, or I've procured them somehow, I forget. And Farmer Greg is going to help us, and we might have some more guests. We don't know, but we're going to play that next episode, and we're going to figure it out.
Okay.
And we've been talking about this for forever.
We've been kind of trying to figure out how we're going to do it.
Yeah. Still not entirely sure, but it's going
to be like a visual, but it also has to be good for audio. And then like, we don't know like if we can like live stream it or if we'll just record it. We don't know.
But one thing we do know is we will absolutely be covering it because it has original artwork. And again, that's what makes these things. So Big Cereal, I know you're all listening. Go back to this stuff. Go back to this. This is what made it charming and like just, I don't know, just so endearing. I absolutely love this.
Michael McDonald's in the chat straight up says if cereal's going to keep costing $5 a box, they need to at least bring back more stuff like this.
Absolutely.
I think that's the best. That's the best thing you could ever do.
Speaking about bringing things back, we might need to bring back Michael McDonald's for this board game.
Oh, that'd be really fun.
Because it's been 25 episodes since he's been on the show.
Yeah, Mike, let us
Yeah.
know if you're down for that. We're gonna get a day together. We're gonna do it, and we'll reach out because it'd be a lot of fun to have him back on the show.
Absolutely. So, did you have any of these cereals? Did you miss, or did we miss any of these? Is there anyone that you're like, oh yeah, that they definitely had this? Did you have the electromagnet neutronic photo visualizer? Did you ascend to Ralstonism like that high? We need to know. turtlesoupshow@gmail.com. You can send us a text email, or you could send us an audio voicemail through your cellular device, your electromagnet neutronic audio visualizer, whatever. You can do that. You can also find us the home of the internet, turtlesoupshow.com, where all of our episodes are on Podbean now. So hopefully you're not having any issues finding us there. And then there's something else. Oh, we're on the socials. We're on Instagram, and we're on the Facebook group, where we still have a ton of cool people on there, Turtletarians all across the world, worldwide, just chatting it up and posting cool stuff and keeping you up to breast on all the things turtles. And then, we also have a Patreon where you can throw some pennies our way. You get your name read occasionally here on the show. And at the end of the episode, you'll have your name up there. And you get some goodies, much like the cereal included a lot of goodies. You'll get random things from my house that I will just put into packages and send to your home address for your friends and family to wonder, how did this happen? How did you get this really cool thing from this person? And you have no idea what it is. But also we started doing our bonus episodes, which is the No Homework Zone, and
we're back.
We're back. And I don't know if you heard me earlier where we were talking about pre-soaking, and I said no time for soaks.
I did not hear that.
I'm
sorry, I missed that.
It's okay.
That's
I had to bring it back. But yeah, we did 3 episodes the other day, so they're all up.
Not gonna lie, we did 3 the other day.
We did 3 the other day,
and so we're back. We're back on the bonus episodes, and they're really good. We kicked back off with our random conversation starter questions, and they were really good. We went on the chuckle distance for sure.
Oh yeah. So and for patrons, if you want to hear us talk about something in particular, be sure to put it in the title and in the email. Like for you can put boner, you can put no homework zone, whatever. We respond to a lot of
no time for socks, Eagles landed,
caca,
yeah, whatever you want.
Anything. We'll respond. We get it. We know what you're saying. And so I think that's it for everything. And again, like I mentioned, next time we appear, we should be reviewing the cereal board game boxes and playing the game. So that should be a lot of fun. And so I think that's it. So until then, else time. Oh, wait, it's been forever since I've done this. Okay, wait. No, here we go. All right. Yeah, else time.
We're back. Ooh,
back,
yeah.
Baby. Ooh,
you're back, baby.
Yeah, fill me up.
Back on
Pre-soak
the
me.
phone. Pre-soaked. I've been pre-soaked.
So, Jake says in the chat, I have the Next Mutation Leonardo Boom face magnet that Eric made on our fridge, and everyone always asks about it. Oh, that's awesome.
Boom.
Yeah. I remember that. I was like, oh, Jake said he wanted this one, so I'm going to definitely put that in there. And so
that's the kind of thing you get from Patreon. We're a close, tight-knit family.
We are. That blesses
Patient
my
Ranger
heart so much.
And Eric will remember you.
I will.
And he's got your support, so you've got his support.
Yeah, so you can put the squeeze on this one.
You can put the squeeze on that real turtle skin you can feel.
Jake, I think you said earlier cereal you could feel, and that killed me. So I wrote that down.
That's pretty good.
That might be a title. Mitch in the chat says, turtleizing is a part of a balanced breakfast.
Yeah, you got to get turtleized.
Turtleized. You got to get turtleized. You either you turtleize yourself or your family. And
turtleize yourself.
Let's see. Put the squeeze on this.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was a lot of good stuff that we covered. Trying to think. Dude, they capitalize dudes so much. Like,
they do.
I don't understand why, but
they
love
do.
It.
Like, it's weird.
Oh man, and
no
somebody said that
oils.
Somebody said that that Laird looked like George Costanza a little bit.
And, yeah, absolutely.
I was like, he definitely did.
He does. He does. Cereal you can feel. Keep wanting to like try to work the Ralston or the eugenics into it, and I kind of can't.
Yeah, I mean, we did talk about it a lot, but
yeah, I'm trying to think about it.
But yeah. Oh man. All right. Well, let's see. There's Ninja Nets. There's Pour on the Ooze.
I feel like there could be like a Ninja Nets and something that's also alliterative and rhymes at the end of nets. That'd be kind of catchy.
Ninja Nets and Neutron whatever that.
Yeah, right. Ninja Nets and
we could just call it the Electromagna Neutronic Photo Visualizer Mystery.
No.
That's way too long. Yeah, no, that would not work.
I never want to see that combination of words again.
I
think that's like an ancient curse. Like it's like whenever I see the words, it like hurts my eyes. Ninja Nets and Neutrino Marshmallows from Mitch. Ninja Nets and
let's see.
I feel like Ninja Nets and Soggy something because we talked about the soaking.
Oh, Ninja Nets and pre-soaked honey ooze? No, Ninja Nets and
no, it's gotta be the syllables are important.
Okay,
it's kind of like Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap a little bit, like with the rhythm.
Oh.
So it's like Ninja Nets and something, da. So 3 syllables. Because it's got to be the same syllables as Ninja Nets, and the last word has to rime with nets. So like Ninja Nets. Yeah, Ninja Nets and Soggy.
And Soggy Nets breakfast? No, that don't work.
Soggy Fest.
Soggy Fest. Soggy
like,
Fest.
Like apostrophe FAST. Fast.
Yeah.
Soggy Fest.
Let's see. Ninja what is the Ninja Nets Ninja Nets and cereal debts.
Cereal debts. Oh my god.
Oh, Jake says soggy cereal threats. Okay, that's not bad.
Oh yeah, soggy cereal threats. That's
not bad. What about
Ninja Nets and soggy threats?
Soggy college debt. they got that college up there.
No, well that's it. Ninja Nets and college debt. That's it.
You got it. Is that what you
want? Because that fits the rhythm.
It does. Ninja Nets and college debt. Okay.
Yeah, because it's like 2 syllable, 1 syllable, 2 syllable, 1 syllable with the and in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, Robbie. Yeah, Shredder Wheats is totally a missed opportunity for them. Like
that
they totally should have done that.
It's tough with the cereal. It's tough with the cereal.
Yeah.
We just call it Dix Mix, but it's like DIX.
That real feel dicks you can feel. Like, oh, Dix Mix. Jeez.
I see it. The thing is making me laugh so hard is I see it in the font that Chex Mix is in. I see it like Dix Mix. Like in that big ass letters.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like with the curve on it. Dix Mix. I'm kind of on the Ninja Nets and College Debt a little bit.
Okay. That works. I mean, we gotta name it something.
Yeah.
Although
the soggy, the pre-soaked cereal is a good, but I feel like that's already good enough in the episode. I think like when you get into that, it's gonna be real because we really get into that. The soaking the cereal is pretty great.
We do.
Dix Mix, you can feel. You have second thoughts?
Yeah, I'm just thinking that I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
No.
No, I was just trying to see if there was anything else that
yeah,
that would come to mind, but nothing else is appearing. So, yeah, that's cool. We can go with that. So, do you want to do the number, or do you want or do you want me to?
I can do the number.
Okay. So it's 3, Ninja Nets and college debt and
college debts. Yeah.
And college debts. Okay.
This is Turtle Soup, episode 325.
Ninja Nets and college debts.
I like that. Give me one that sounds like Dirty Deeds done dirt cheap.
How does that?
Because it's like it's that whole like Angus, not Angus Young, but whatever his fucking name is. This where it'd be like Ninja Nets, college debts.
Okay.
You know the song I'm talking about.
I know the song. Yes. I'm
okay.
Yes.
Give me that like on
okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
This is Turtle Soup, episode 325.
Ninja Nets and college. Oh, I got it fucked up. Fuck.
And college debts.
College debts. Yeah.
College debts. Yeah. College debts.
Man, you're doing it way good. We need to flip this. You got this.
Oh shit.
So, yeah. All right. Flip it. All right. Here we go.
Let me Ninja Nets. Yeah, I can do this.
Yeah, you
all
got this. This is
yeah.
You're
hot hand. Let's go.
You've oozed all over this.
Oh shit! I oozed on myself. I oozed on some toast. I oozed on the couch
on the mic.
Oozed on the mic.
Turtle Soup, episode 325.
Ninja Nets and college debts. Come on.
That was fantastic.
I felt like that was pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, Mitch comes in with
you win some, you ooze some.
Mitch, that's too good. Oh wow,
that's really so good. That's good.
So good.
That's good. That's good. Win some, ooze some. That needs to be our next Patreon shirt. We need to break with the album cover thing for like one shirt, and it just says "Win some, ooze some."
I'm trying to remember what the last shirt that I did was. I don't remember.
Was it the Kiss one? No,
that was a while.
No.
back.
I can see it in my head. It was
Clemens should have it. I think he dipped out of here.
Yeah, he did. He had to dip.
I can't think. I know I did the
things got too free for his Canada ass. He was like, there's too much freedom in this bitch. I gotta get out of
here. I did what was it? Engelbert Humperdinck, the lady with the soap on her. I did that one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I can't remember.
Tijuana Brass. Right.
That's right.
You did that
and
one.
I did an Alkaline Trio one. And I can't remember what the most recent one was that I did, but I need to make another one. So yeah, I was thinking about I'm probably going to use the image of Raph oozing on the cereal. But because that's
That'd
just
be good.
one. It's either that and or the April that just looks like she's just.
Oh, dude, the April that looks like she's over it. I would wear that shirt.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I'd wear all your shirts because they're great. But I'm saying, like, if there was a shirt that just, I mean, I know we want to say Turtle Soup, but if I found a shirt somewhere that just had that image of her, like, check the fuck out. Like, come on. Yeah. Like, it'd be huge. I'd wear that shirt like every day.
Yeah, I might just have to put that on, like, just her there, and then just put Turtle Soup underneath it. Like, I just might have to, because that's.
Or you could have Raph like with the packet like oozing out like turtle soup like on his cereal, but that might be a little. It might be a little more like involved. Obviously, be a lot.
This
more
is really
involved.
bad. But what if I just replaced? What if I took Raph and the turtles? Okay, Ryan, bear with me. So that image of April, where her collar was exposed, but there was nothing there. What if I just replaced
the Casey-proof chest?
Yes. What if I just superimposed the Raph with the turtle's face that he oozed on the cereal, but just on